I'm Theresa from Resource on Demand, and I'm here with a very quick video on something that comes up quite frequently when I'm talking to candidates, and that is that they struggle to find time to complete their certifications or to do Trailblazers. So I'm going to share a few points with you that I hope will get you back on track. So why is it that people struggle to set time aside to do those all-important certifications or perhaps those Trailblazers? So I think first of all you need to understand why it's important to you, and one of the things that I would recommend when you're putting together perhaps an education or a learning plan is to really understand what new opportunities and perhaps new roles might be presented once you've completed them. It certainly helps to figure that out at the beginning, because it probably will help you to keep on track. I think it's also good to know that actually by completing those certifications and Trailblazers, it kind of keeps you flexible, because actually as you develop new skills you can potentially take your career off into different directions. Again, it keeps more routes open to you, and also it's understanding or recognising as well that once you have those certifications on board, actually you make yourself a lot more valuable to your employer. I mean, after all, an employer is going to want to keep you on board if you're showing that you're continually learning and developing new skills. I think the second point that I want to touch base on, and this is pretty what I would say is pretty important, is kind of figuring out why it is that you're struggling to set that time aside. And there could be a few things going on, and I'll just pick on a couple of them. But first of all, I mean, it might be down to the fact that perhaps you're too comfortable, and actually by not kind of putting yourself out there and doing those certifications and stuff, it could be that it reduces the risk of change, and not everybody is comfortable with change. And in those instances, I'd probably suggest actually try to, if you are, somebody who doesn't feel comfortable with change, is to try and figure out what are the consistencies once you've got your certifications. What will be the consistencies and synergies between what you're doing now and what you could be doing in the future? It could also be that maybe you're just not excited with what you're doing at the moment, so actually the thought of progressing in that direction kind of sends chills through you. Well, if that's the case, then I would recommend that what you could do is actually factor the direction that you really want to go into, your career goals, into your learning. So if you're in A but actually you want to be in position B, what's the learning journey that you can go on to get you from A to B? Finally, it could be that it's just a good old-fashioned fear of failure. Now, no one likes to put themselves out there and get something wrong, and that deep-rooted fear sometimes can actually stop us in our tracks. We really want to go for something, but we're just worried that we might end up with egg on our face, or people kind of putting us down because the plan didn't go according to how you wanted it to. Now, my advice would be is, in most instances, people will respect you if you put yourself out there. People will respect you if you've shown that you're dedicated and you want to give it a go, and that you're prepared to put in the extra effort to develop those skills. So it doesn't really matter if it doesn't go according to plan. What you get out of it will still be more beneficial in the long term. So it might not always go to plan, but actually you'll still come away with a lot of respect and some new skills. And I think finally it's also about how to make it actually happen. So I think once you've established why it is that you want to be doing it, and what the I suppose the end results are, actually it will make it much easier for you to be able to take that first step. Now, it's really important that you actually block out time in advance and make sure that it's in the calendar, that you've got regular time slots booked out, so you know exactly when you're going to be dedicating your time to those Trailblazers or certifications or development and stuff like that. And I would always recommend as well, it doesn't matter whereabouts that learning might take place, that you actually communicate it to the people around you. So for example, if your study time is at home with the family, it's about putting boundaries around it, so they know that you're in a place that you can't be interrupted, and it's really important to your career that you have this time set aside. And if it's at work, again, communicating it out to your line manager so they understand that actually that time is really valuable to you and you need it in order to progress your career. So just make sure that yes, it's in the calendar, but yes, people are aware of that study time is absolutely vital to you. And I'd also say, make sure that you kind of established your goals, at the very beginning. So, what's going to be the return on investment for your time? What's going to be the things that are going to be, of big benefit to you, or basically what's in it for you if you actually get these certifications. So really nail that down at the beginning as well, because it will help you to keep your focus. And finally, is making sure you have a strategy. So you can't go from non-certification to certification in one step. They're going to have to be little steps along the way. So if you kind of lay that out as a plan of action, it will help you to prioritize much easier, and it will help you to keep those actions, make sure they're getting done, so that actually gets you a step closer towards your goal. So it's quite a meaty subject, or a meaty career subject to cover in a very short video. So what I would recommend is have a quick look at the comments once this video has been posted, because I will share a link to a blog that we've written previously that goes into it in a little bit more detail, and hopefully you'll find helpful as well. And please, by all means, do like and share this video. Perhaps share it with people that maybe who could be struggling with a similar problem themselves. And finally, all I want to say is good luck. This is an exciting time. This is about taking back control of your career and making sure that you're developing those skills that you need to get you to where you want to be. But more importantly, just enjoy it. Learning can be fun. It gives you an opportunity to network within your community and share ideas, and get other people to help you problem solve. So actually, it's a really exciting time. So just try and embrace that and enjoy yourself along the way.